Business transactions are like millennials. Each one is special and unique in its own way. Hi there, my name is Carl Paulina. I'm a corporate intellectual property lawyer in Toronto. Although I am a lawyer, I am not your lawyer. Only a lawyer you retain can advise you on the specifics of your situation. Today I will be talking about the process of acquiring a business. Having helped with dozens of business transactions, I'm very familiar with the business acquisition process. There are four main steps in acquiring a business: the preliminary phase, the acquisition agreement phase, the due diligence phase, and the closing phase. The first, which I call the preliminary phase, is a phase where you'll complete an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, which would ensure that anything that's discussed in the prospective acquisition remains confidential, along with a letter of intent or memorandum of understanding. A letter of intent or memorandum of understanding is a few-page document which outlines the general specifics on which a business will be acquired, such as price and what business is being acquired. This document can be binding or non-binding. It all depends on your circumstances. After a letter of intent or memorandum of understanding is completed, your lawyer will begin drafting an acquisition agreement. There are two general types of acquisition agreements: a share purchase agreement and an asset purchase agreement. Whether or not you're proceeding with a share purchase or asset purchase is usually driven by tax and legal implications. An accountant will advise you on the tax implications, and a lawyer will advise you on the legal implications. In the acquisition agreement, you'll usually be provided with a due diligence window. During this window, you'll be able to examine and inspect the business. You'll be able to make sure that the representations and warranties made about the business are correct. A lawyer will also assist you in doing various searches regarding any outstanding creditors or liens against the assets of the business or the business itself. The fourth and final stage of a business acquisition is the closing. During the closing, monies and documents are exchanged. With the current pandemic, most closings are being done electronically now. The costs associated with a business acquisition are not dissimilar to the costs associated with selling property in Ontario. When selling a property in Ontario, you might experience 3 to 5% in transactional costs. Selling a business is similar. Unlike when you are selling a property, a business doesn't have set forms, meaning your transactional costs will be slightly higher when acquiring a business. I have developed a useful fees estimator to give you an estimate on how much legal fees you might be expecting when buying or selling a business. Most importantly, the estimator is just that, an estimate. It cannot give you an accurate idea without having all the information at hand. Please do not hesitate to contact me if I can be of assistance in your transaction. Thank you for watching. The first thing you want to do when approaching any acquisition is the first, which I call the preliminary phase, involves there are four main steps in acquiring a business. The costs associated with the business acquisition. Next, you'd want to have a letter of intent or next you want to have